Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Golden Sun. In the last episode, we reached the top of Mercury Lighthouse, in which we were too late to stop Saturos and Minori from lighting the beacon, but we did defeat Saturos, and now that the beacon is lit, the water of Hermes is flowing again, so Mia can come travel with us. Really makes you wonder if alchemy is as bad as everyone says, given that the water of Hermes can basically just heal anything. That seems like a really useful thing to have. But in the meantime, we are now back in Bilibin. I traveled back here off screen since we have nothing left to do at Mercury Lighthouse or in Emil. And we are going to go on with the story and visit the village of Kolima. So we're going to go back this way that we traveled earlier, to the Bilibin barricade. We can shove this block or box out of the way. And remember that tower of trees that we saw earlier? Now they are all splayed all over the place. That does not look very good. Let's see what this one has to say. She'll be swept downstream if she isn't pulled to shore. So that tree looks like she's in a bad place. Apparently she is in fact a she. Ah, please, anyone, please help. Well, let's get her back to shore. And with the power of synergy, we have brought her in. Thank you, you saved me from being washed downstream. What do you have to say? They crossed the river after pushing us down. This is terrible, how could anyone do that? I wonder who that could be. Do you have anything to say? Oh, it looks like she is okay. How can you even tell? Like, you're a tree, you have no eyes or whatever. Like, maybe part of the curse you can vaguely tell what's going on around you, I guess? I don't know, it's weird. But anyway, we are now on the opposite side of the barrier, and we're going to visit the town of Kolima. And we're going to get a cutscene. It's so quiet. What's the matter, Ivan? This tree was a person. Everyone in Kolima has been turned into a tree. It's horrible. All these trees with clothes are really Kolima's villagers. They don't look like they have clothes, to me. Why? Do you know why this happened? Well, we heard about something about chopping down the sacred tree, so I'm guessing it's that. I see, it's because they hurt the holy tree? Yep. What's it now, Ivan? That sparkly stuff on the ground. What is it? That does look kind of weird. Oh, that's not good. Alien attack or something. UFO beam. Ah, what's happening? My mind! Someone is attacking my... I can't even stand up! What is that? Something's falling from the sky. Yep, it's those weird sparkly things. It's sparkling! Could this be what turned those people into... We've got to get out of here. I can't move. Oh no, if it touches us, we'll be turned into trees. Ooh, that's mysterious. And it appears to deflect away the sparkly things. Isaac, what just happened to us? That barrier, did it save us? Sure looked like it. I think so too, Isaac. I think I know what those domes were. You know what these fields were? It was our synergy. What, are you crazy? Hey, you can stand up now. I didn't use any synergy. Hey, I can stand. I can move again. Hey, Captain Obvious. Good job. You're right. I can stand too. Ivan, it's okay. Go ahead. Stand up. Looks like whatever spell was put on them has worn off. Those barriers. We thought that synergy was only used when we concentrate, right? Yeah. When I was training, I'd focus so hard I thought my head would burst. That sounds painful. Well, maybe it's just easier for you, but when I use synergy... Oh, jeez. But what? The only way that you can use synergy is by concentrating. Anyway, I'm certain that with synergy we were my mouth. I'm terrible at using it. That must mean that some synergy only acts when it's needed. You mean like when we're in danger? I think it's like when we strike critical hits in battle. Wow, fourth wall much. We can't control it, but it's there when we need it. I can agree with what Garrett is saying. It is definitely possible. Wouldn't it be something if we could use this power at any time, Isaac? Yeah, let's start trying to master this power. Oh, and here comes the sparklies again. Watch out, it's happening again! Why don't they turn into trees? Who are they? What people are these who are immune to Tret's glamour? Have they come to save that village with their strange powers? It will not be enough to save the people of Kolima. They have earned their fate. Kolima took their axes to me, and now I shall take mine to them. I'm guessing you're speaking metaphorically. You children may not know this, but we are dying. And Kolima Forest will wither and die when we are gone. We are not the only ones who will die, Laurel. Once we are gone, they too will go. Oh. Tret was once a kindly forest king, but he is slowly dying and his heart has been torn in two. His wrathful side turned the people of Kolima into trees. The kind Tret speaks no more. Whom? The kindly heart invites destruction. I need no kindness. If you wish to save those whom Tret turned into trees, you must reawaken his gentle side. But if you cannot stop Tret from withering, we all will. Look for Tret deep within the forest. It's no use, Laurel. Humans cannot be trusted. I shall die, and the rest of the forest will die with me. Isaac, isn't there anything we can do? Well, we can try to find Tret. What can we do? Do you have any ideas? It looks like Isaac has something in mind. Yeah, we do. We'll leave it up to you, Isaac. Let's go save everyone. So yeah, these trees, if, once Tret dies, all of these tree people will die with him. We're not going to go and mind read everyone in here because that'll take forever. But you can see there's a Djinn here. So we're going to go get him. So there's a reason why I went and did Mercury Lighthouse first, even though the game normally expects you to go do this first. And the reason for that is because You can actually get an extra bit of dialogue if you bring Mia along. Normally, you would just have Isaac, Garrett, and Ivan. I don't know if it's actually extra dialogue or if the game just gives Mia some of the lines that Ivan and Garrett normally have. It's been a bit since I've played this game, and I don't remember the cutscene in detail. But yeah, I've actually never seen the version of the cutscene where Mia is there. Excuse me. I normally come here first, even if it's just to get this guy. So this is actually a first time thing for me. And we are getting a new Venus Genie. This is Granite, and he's joining Isaac. Granite gives you plus 9 HP, plus 2 defense, plus 2 agility, and plus 1 luck. But his really useful thing is his Unleash, create a mighty earthen barrier. What this does is it gives you, I forget the exact percentage, but it basically reduces all damage for 1 turn by a fixed percent. I think it's 40%. It is very useful when fighting Saturos. So we're going to set it on Mia, and her class is going to go up to Diviner. But yeah, it is very good, so I normally come and get him, both for the ability to have the class upgrade and the Unleash effect. But we managed to defeat Saturos just fine, even though it was, a close call at a couple points. So now we can see this. Now we were able to see that version of the cutscene. So now we're going to head on out here. And there's nothing else we can really do here right now. So we're going to go on to the Kolima Forest. While we're on the way, I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the new classes we have. So Isaac's new class is the Apprentice. Hold on, here we go. So the Apprentice has slightly above average attack and average HP and defense, but it has a good speed and a decent amount of PP. So it's a bit more of like a Magic Knight thing than his base class, the Squire. Oh, my game just glitched there for a little bit. So it has, as far as the synergy line goes, it doesn't have a ton of attack synergy. It learns mainly the Gaia line for Earth synergy, but it also learns Astral Blast, which is another one of those elemental physical attacks. It also eventually learns a bunch of debuffs, but not at higher class tiers. It learns attack and resistance-based buffs, actually. So this is the Kolima Forest, and it is all about the rolling log puzzles. So we're going to go ahead and defeat these guys. So yeah, we actually have a bunch of new synergy that we didn't really get to see earlier. Let's go ahead and try to take these guys out. Let's see, we have Wind Slash. We have Froth, which I think looks kind of cool. Oh, these guys are dead. Gaia, I love Gaia. It's basically a whole big, like, fissure opening in the ground or something. And then Mad Blast, which didn't do much because the rat was defending. Let's finish you off. You're dead. So, another thing is that the cutscene that we got in Kolima Forest, we can actually get, if you didn't go to Kolima Forest first, you'll get a different version of that cutscene at the entrance to Kolima Forest. I don't remember exactly how it's different. Obviously, they don't call out the villagers. I think it's just basically you come in and Tread immediately attacks you. So, those rats sure love to defend. It's very annoying. Move on through this. Oh, there's a nut that we can get. Let's grab you. Isaac got a nut. Oh, and that reminds me, something I should have done a while ago is parcel out healing items, because holy man. Okay, who has healing synergy right now? Garrett and Mia. So probably we should give these to Ivan. And we'll give this to Ivan as well. Because, yeah, that battle would have gone a fair bit better had we had access to actual healing items. Let's see. Take you guys out. Or actually healing items on Ivan, who needed them the most, and would be the most useful person to have them since he is the fastest. But that's foresight, or lack thereof, for you. So we're continuing to go on through the forest. We're on another screen. I think this is the first actually somewhat complicated rolling log puzzle. So we're going to move this log over here. So you can see that there's a bridge over there, but it is collapsed and we cannot use it. So the goal is to get this log over into the water so we can use it as a jumping point. And to do that, we have to clear the way, which we are doing right now. So we can go back over to this side and roll it all the way into the water. There it goes. Oop. That was a bit of a fail. Oh, we have, I think this is a new enemy. The drone bee. It is weak to wind and resists earth. But there's only one, so this is happening. We're just gonna wail on it with our weapons. Boom. This room. This is definitely the biggest puzzle room in here. Do not touch the floodgate switch. Guess what? We're touching it. So you open the floodgate and the water drains out of this little artificial lake here. So you can go and push around the logs in here and we can use those to make a path where we want. And so if you want to just move on, it's really easy. All you have to do is move this log over. But if you want to get this treasure chest, and we do, then it's a bit trickier. So what we have to do is we're going to move these logs up. So we can move this log over here. Then we're going to move this log over here so it can get in the way of this log. And then we're going to move this log back over and make it put in the way of this log. And now we have a path with which we can get up to that chest. So we're going to go and raise the water level back up again by closing the floodgate. And now that the lake is full, we can jump across and get the chest. And we got a fur coat. But not a real fur coat, that's cruel. So the fur coat resists water. So let's see, who needs it the most? Not Mia or Garrett, apparently. So it's a 4-point boost for Isaac and a 7-point boost for Ivan. So guess what, Ivan? You get this. Awesome. So I'm guessing this is not good for anyone. I probably should have sold some of my stuff in Bilibin, but I'm not particularly low on inventory space, so I'm probably fine. I should probably just remember to do that before we move on after this dungeon. This is a game where you want to be very careful about, remembering to sell your stuff that you don't need, because it sucks to be going through a dungeon and all of a sudden realize that you don't have any inventory space, and then have to retreat out and then go sell your stuff and have to, come back and do the whole thing over again. There are, ways to make it slightly less miserable. For example, I don't know if I showed you this, but Garrett now has the avoid skill, which basically, is like a repel from Pokemon or something. You know, it basically reduces / eliminates the random encounter rate. But it still sucks to have to go through a whole dungeon that you've gone halfway through or worse, especially for some of the dungeons in the sequel. Those are just crazy long sometimes. The ones in this game aren't that bad. Also, we can push this thing out of the way. I don't know if it stays there, though. It does not stay there. Oh well. And we are now at the center of the forest. And we can see... Who are you? Oh, you are the ones who resisted Tret's glamour? I sense a great warmth within you. If you came to rescue Tret, you are already too late. Soon Tret will die, and we shall wither away without him. Leave now, before this forest is destroyed. Wow, that was fast. You know, just not that long ago you were saying that, oh, you can still save him. The healing waters of Mercury Lighthouse might save Tret, but the fountain's waters have long since dried up. Now, that's a hint, and that is why I grabbed that water, and why I said we weren't going to be using it as a healing item, because we are going to need to use those to save Tret. Here we have enough troll. Let's just whack you with our swords and whatever else we have. Yeah. We are a little bit over leveled for this area because, again, the game expects you to do this first. I should clarify, even though I usually go and grab Gren and get the cutscene, I actually usually do Mercury Lighthouse before this dungeon, precisely because you can go and get that magic water that you're going to need at the end of this. Otherwise, you have to go through the whole dungeon a second time, which I do not like. He will not speak to you, child. I control all in Tret's realm. Bit of a dissociative identity disorder right here. Oh, you can't even mind read him. Wow. So, we're gonna go in here, and now we have another, like, sub-dungeon, or part 2 of the dungeon, the Tret Tree. We can go and explore the inside of the tree, and I need to climb up this vine in the back here. So he must be not doing too well if his insides are all hollowed out like that. Like, man, that must mean he's not doing so hot. So we have another new enemy here, the spider. It is weak to fire and resists literally everything else. Again, we have only one, so that's happening. So these leaves are a bit of an interesting mechanic. You can jump across them once, but after that they crumble, and if you try to jump on a crumbled leaf, that happens. So you have to be a bit careful when playing your jumps. Obviously, for something like this, you don't really have to worry too much because it's obvious what you have to do. But it gets a little more interesting later in the dungeon. So we're gonna go up, and that was a random battle. So there's a chest in there that we cannot, or actually no, we can reach from here. But then we're gonna fall right back down. But I think we want it anyway because it is a healing ring. So we want that definitely. Healing ring used to restore 70 HP. You know who could really use heals? Our fastest character. So those are, rings like that are kind of a special kind of item. You can use them in battle, and I don't remember if you can use them outside of battle or not. But basically, yeah, you can use them in battle for a sort of unlimited number of heals, but every time you use them, they have a chance of breaking. Now, you might have noticed while we were at the shop that there's a repair option there, and in that case, you can use that to repair the item and restore it to its normal functionality, so it's not like it's gone forever. but it does mean that you're without the item until you can get back to a shop and do that repair thing. Alright, we're gonna make our way. This is a demo. Okay. Let's figure out where we're going next. It took me forever to figure out what this thing was in front of Isaac. I thought it was like a weird nut or something. It's a spider. I can't believe it took me that long to figure that out. So here is another vine that we can climb up. There was a synergy stone over there, but we don't need it right now. Let's see, moving on. This is not the way we want to go, I believe. I believe we want to go this way. Okay. I believe there is something up here. So there is. We have a Jupiter Djinn, and since we're in a dungeon, that means we've got to fight it. So we're going to go ahead and put flint and granite on standby. And we're going to fight a Jupiter Genie. So let's see how we're going to go about doing this. Obviously, since it's a Jupiter-based enemy, it's going to be weak to Earth and resisting wind. I think I'm going to have Isaac do the summon. Actually, no, I'm going to have you attack, and then you can use a new summon, Ramses, Guardian of an Immortal Pharaoh. I thought Ramses was the Pharaoh. Is this like a weird translation thing again? Here we go. That is cool. So now that we are... Hey, let's use this healing ring thing since we're a little bit low on health. I mean, not super low, but I just want an excuse to show it off. Let's go attack. And you can see that it restores health. Garrett took 1 damage. And we won. And Isaac leveled up. And he learned Astral Blast, which I told you about earlier. And we are getting a new genie, Breeze. And he joined Isaac. He's actually going to stay on Isaac for once. So Breeze's boosts are plus 12 HP, plus 5 PP, plus 2 defense, and plus 1 luck. And Isaac is going to promote to Illusionist. So, and his effect is to boost party resistance, which actually, again, would have been very useful against Saturos since he had those synergy spells that wrecked our butts. But it's in the past, and he's with us now. So I think I'm going to call it a day here. On the next episode, we're going to finish up the Tree and hopefully break this curse. I will see you guys next time. Bye-bye.